Hello and welcome to this week of Transitions to Parenting. Tips and tricks. Normally for this session we would all be gathered in a room and watch a video of what it looks like for new parents coming home with their baby and what the first few weeks' challenges might look like parent to parent. Obviously these tips and challenges are different for each parent, so they will not always fit your needs. These are just a go-to that we have shared with our participants and that have been shared with us. So starting out, now, we all want to be a superhuman. I mean, if you had 10 arms and the ability to go without sleep, that would be fine too. But you're not a supermom. You, as much as you wish you could get the laundry done, the dishes done, and sweep the floor at the same time as taking care of your newborn, you also just had a baby. You need to remember that you did, and that you won't know your baby's routine right away. And you also won't know what your challenges are until you face them. So don't set your bar this high and say, I'm going to be a perfect parent. Set your bar this high and say, I'm going to try my best, because that's all that matters. Now tip number 2, I know you've probably heard a million times, sleep when baby is sleeping. While this sounds cliche, they're not lying to you. In the first 3 weeks baby is born, they're going to be up every 3 hours, either for food, or for diaper change, or just for some love. They are going to be up a lot throughout the night. And while we think we can do that easily, most of us can't. So whether this means that you're actually sleeping when baby's sleeping, or you're just resting and scrolling on your phone, this is the same piece of downtime that you're going to need in the long run. So don't forget to add that in. Number 3, baby comes first. Now if you are a regular participant here, you've heard this over and over and over again. Baby's needs come first. This does not mean that you don't have needs and that they are not important. It means that in the first few weeks, it's good to get in the habit of making sure that you get baby's needs met. Now, your baby's needs will not always be obvious, and most of the time they will happen inconveniently during a time in which you're trying to do 3 other things at once. Now, this doesn't mean that baby's needs can't wait a second. This means that as much time as you can, answer baby's requests consistently and often. This will show your baby that you're always going to be there for them going forward, and that's what goes into attachment. Now, I'm not going to get into a lot into attachment, but this is just to refer that babies don't have intentions. Now, if they're crying for you, they don't say, oh, I'm just bored and I want some attention. No, when they cry, they need you. They don't know why they need you, and sometimes it's hard for you to tell, but they need you. So baby comes first. Number 4, and probably one of the hardest ones for you new moms, is don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of the time, your friends aren't going to know if you need help, or they're going to be worried about offending you by offering it. So ask for help when you need it. If you really haven't slept all night and you're talking to your mom on Messenger and you say, you know what, Mom, I haven't slept all night. Could you come take care of the baby? More often than not, people are willing to help, but they want to allow you to do it yourself first. That's the same as if you're staying with us here at SMH. We'll always ask, try it first, but we're always here in case you need us. So don't be afraid to do that, because that will be a huge impact on your mental health long term. Going along with that, accept help when it's offered. This is a hard one, especially with a partner or a family member. Obviously, you can do it best. In fact, you've probably spent most of this time with your baby doing it properly, and the idea that someone else can do it is probably not as well as you. But that's okay, because sometimes you need to accept help because you are going to get tired, you are going to get drained, and you are a mom, and you're taking care of that child 24/7. So if someone offers to cook you a meal or do your laundry, accept the help. It doesn't make you look like weak or a bad mom. It makes you look like a smart mom. Another one that's very important and goes along with what I've been trying to tell you is that if you are co-parenting, let them do things. Again, you can do it better. You probably do it right, and you probably know exactly what your baby needs by this time. But your partner needs to know those things too. Not only that, but it's good for them to build that same bond with your baby that you have. Let them figure out their needs. Let them try those things out, because if they don't, they can't help you in the future. So you need to keep them part of that and have them do those pieces. That's part of their own bond that they're building with the baby, and the baby's attachment that they're building to the parent. So as hard as it is sometimes to say, okay, you do it, do it. Our next one is also a very important piece, setting boundaries. Now this isn't just with yourself or your partner, this is the fact that you are the parent. And while help is amazing and all the help that you can receive is good, and your partner being part of it is amazing, especially here at SMH, you need to set your own boundaries. Because just because your friend or your mom or your mother-in-law is saying, oh, you need to breastfeed, you need to have them asleep at this time, oh, you should already have a routine. Every child is different and every parent is different. So this is when you need to say, I'm the parent and I'm making this choice. This is not going to be the easiest task, but I've seen some amazing boundaries set and a lot of things come from it. So really just try and do that if you can. Number 8, while it seems like it's the least of your worries after bringing a baby home, self-care does not go away just because you have a baby. While you are a mom and baby comes first, you are a person and you need your self-care. For every person, self-care looks different, but that can mean doing a face mask here and there, or doing a foot mask, or coloring in a picture, or taking a really nice walk on a nice day. These things can help you feel productive and better while still doing all the things you need to do. So even though you are a mom or a parent and baby does come first, you need to remember to take that time and have some self-care. Whether that means the 3 hours while your baby's sleeping between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. that you take a bath, then that's something that you did towards your own health this day. So remembering that your long-term mental health is important and you're important as well. And if any of this ever changes and you start noticing that you're very low and that those things that you did that you enjoyed, you no longer enjoy, contact your physician or your PHN and let them look into it. It never hurt and it'll always help. Number 9 is one that I'd like to share with all of our participants, and that's show yourself some self-compassion. So often when you're parenting and you're new at parenting, you're really hard on yourself. You know, I didn't get them to sleep until 9 p.m. Oh, I was up all night because I didn't remember to sanitize the bottles, and then I had to do it in the middle of the night. Oh, I put them in the wrong onesie, and then I put the diaper on wrong, and then it went through. So you're doing the best you can, and that's what self-compassion is reminding yourself that even if you've had the worst day or you missed every cue that day, that you are doing the best you can, and you're doing what your child needs. If all you did that day was meet your child's basic needs, you are doing amazing. So please don't forget that in this long trek, because this few weeks can feel like months. The final tip that we will share with you from transitions to parenting that I find is a good reminder for every parent is that it takes time. While a lot of parents make it look like you just have a baby and then you're a parent, and that's just it. That isn't. A lot goes into being able to get used to being a parent. Whether that means getting your child on a routine where they're sleeping at night or they're sleeping regularly and you know when their feeding times are, or it means looking at your life and what it's going to look like with a baby now. These things take time, and eventually you will figure out that routine and that flow of things, and your life will get back on where it's going. But give yourself that time to figure those things out, because you don't know what your baby's going to be like, and you don't know what kind of things you're going to need. So make sure that you give it that time before judging yourself as a bad parent. Every single parent goes through these things, and every single parent struggles with these things. So this is just my way of saying that as long as you're meeting your child's needs, you're doing everything you need to do. So keep on going, and I hope this helped. Bye.